Like, even though it was hurtful and I didn't want to see it, I had to see it. I needed to see it. If I didn't see it, I was gonna not be here. Like, literally, I was not gonna be here. I would have been killed. I would have been, you know, in the worst predicament than I was before, because I refused to look at what was being shown to me, what God was showing to me. Let me be honest with you. God was showing me these things, because at so many times in life, my whole life, I turned the other eye and I just took the pain. I took the pain, and let me tell you something. It happens for a reason. You go through a lot of trauma and drama for a reason, because you know what? You're building endurance. It's supposed to make you stronger, not break you. Because it's sadly enough, like, even though I was neglected and it's crazy because, like, my mother worked for CPS, and you would think that'd be the last person who would do child abuse, but we are so visual, or we're so like 3D. We don't think about the different ways of child abuse, and that will affect us later on in life. It's not only physical, but emotional and psychological and spiritual is abuse as well. And I really think that's more of an impact, because it stays with you and it becomes part of your makeup of who you are. And if you don't correct that or spot that, you're not able to really get a hold on the things that are hindering you and making you weak, even though you're a strong person. Like, those are your blind spots that needs to be addressed to really build your foundation up stronger, for real. Because I'm not gonna lie, if her neglecting me like she did, like, because it was all about my brother, like my world, my life, our whole life revolved around one person. And I mean, everything was prioritized around him. And, like, I'm not an egoist, that's what makes me special. But I thought that was normal. I thought because he was older, he took superiority. But now that I'm older, like, not to the effect that the other child, the younger one, gets nothing, gets no recognition, gets no, like, time and effort put into them. Like, I was the scapegoat. Like, everything was my fault. Like, anytime something happened, I would always, like, be, how you say it, like, reprimanded. I was bullied in school. I was bullied in my household, in my family. And anytime I would take up for myself, I was made to look like I was a monster. And, looking back at it now, it was just like, it was sad because I was a kid, And I'm so gifted. You be so gifted. And you don't even know your own gifts because your family or the people you surround yourself by, they downplay you and they hide it. And it's not to say on, like I say again, like a narcissistic or egotistical level, but just to know your strengths so you can have the tools you need to maneuver in life. You know, I think it's pretty cruel when you do it on purpose so that person doesn't know their gift. You're a kid, you don't know what the fuck you're good at. You don't know nothing about life. You're expecting and you're trusting in the adults. In your family to be there for you. But, sometimes family, they're just there like the projection on you, like they can tell you what to do all day and what's bad all day and how good they are all day. But when it comes to you and nurturing you and planting seeds in you to grow and nourish and flourish, like some families are not good at that. They're just good at like reprimanding and controlling and power. That's it. But the most important part is the nurture part, the love part, the protecting part. Those are the most crucial elements of a family dynamic. And when you don't have that growing up, you are, a little bit disabled or handicapped when it comes to relationships growing up as an adult and just knowing yourself. But nevertheless, you have to address those issues. And as hurtful as it is, it will make you stronger than ever. And your fears, what fear? You won't fear nothing. You went from fearing anything that's hurtful, that's doubtful, that's scary, to not fearing anything on this world, in this earth, like in life, okay? Like you're not afraid of nothing, nobody, no obstacle, because you've been through the ringer already. Like, what is anything after that? Nothing. Like, your limits are limitless. You don't have any limits because you have been built already from a young age to get through to things, get through over things, over obstacles. As sad as it is, I am happy that, and this is how you have to take it as a positive, because if that did happen, if I wasn't neglected, if I wasn't, treated that way, I would be less than. I wouldn't know how to do nothing. Because, like, really, it taught me to to depend on myself. It taught me to be able to rely only on myself. It taught me to have a plan A, B, C, D, and E. It taught me, like, to be self-sufficient. So when things pop up, I'm quick on my feet. You know what I'm saying? I'm making decisions and, like, figuring shit out. Like, because it's like, it gotta be done. And like, I don't look at nothing as like a battle or a war, you know what I'm saying? Like, when shit happens, when shit come up out of nowhere, I just tackle it. I look at what needs to be done and how I need to do to get it done. What are the ways I can get it done? Because that's how you get to where you need to go quicker and nobody can stop you. You know what I'm saying? If you're determined like that, you don't look at it as an obstacle. It's just something off the to-do list to get what you need done, taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no obstacles. It ain't no, oh my God, what am I gonna do? Like, no. It's like, you just do it. Because that's all it is. It's you want a certain outcome, so you're gonna expect to do the work to get it done. Nothing ain't hard. That's the thing. People like, there's nothing that's impossible to do. I promise you. If there's a will, there's a way. And that is absolutely true. And I never knew how vital that is, But if I didn't go through the neglect and trauma and just the lack of care that I went through as a kid, it wouldn't have made me the person I am today. Like, it made me a savage, but it's still at the same time, I'm a loving being to those that I come across. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I know how it feels to be mistreated. I know how it feels to be blamed for shit I didn't do. I know how it feels to be accused, wrongly accused, and just done down bad. I know how that feels. So I would never, ever, ever, treat somebody like that. And at the same time as well, I would never, ever, ever let somebody treat me that way as well. You have to find your voice, because your voice is everything. When you're a kid, you didn't have a voice. You're an adult now. There ain't no hell or heaven that anybody on this realm, on this earth, can put you in. Please understand that. So there's no need to fear nobody. I don't care who they are and what their title is. I don't care. A title is a title. Do you hear me? I told my boss that right before I was about to quit. Because what you're not going to do is disrespect me. You're not going to play me as a fool. And you're not going to don't lie to me. Okay? So if you want to go there, then we can go there. I don't care what your title is. I'm going to get my respect. Ain't no dollar amount on my respect. Okay? My respect is priceless. And the first time you do it, I'm out the door. And that's in work, family, relationships, friendships, any type of thing. I'm out the door because I'm important. I put value on myself. Because you don't value me don't mean I don't value myself. I don't put your value on me to myself. You gotta be crazy to think that. No, nobody puts my value but me. And I will act accordingly. And if you don't like it, you know what you can do? You can go to wherever you want to go to, because I don't care. I don't care about that. I don't care about what you do. You gotta have that attitude. Like, you can't care. And that's the end of the day. You can't care about what people think about you. You can't care about how people treat you. You can't care about what people are gonna assume or feel. F them. F them. Because at the end of the day, they don't have your best interest in heart anyway. If you have to think about what they're gonna think about you, because if they really cared about you, they would love you regardless. You know what I'm saying? Love has no condition. Love is unconditional. If it has conditions on that love, then that is not love. That is not genuine, and that is not authentic. And we need to really pay close attention to that too, because a lot of times people use love as a weapon, and that's how you know them MFers work for the devil, because God knows love has no bounds. It's nothing, you know what I'm saying? God loves us regardless, right? So how can somebody say they're a Christian or whatever religion they are, but turn around and judge and, treat you a certain kind of way, or have conditions on the way they treat you? No. No. Especially if you didn't do anything wrong to them. That's a form of control, manipulation, and power hungry. And those are things that are domined over and controlled by the devil. So you have to understand that even sometimes your family are that of evil. And the sooner you recognize it, the sooner you can heal, and you can build from yourself. And, love on yourself. Honestly. But, yeah. Moving along to the next chapter is courage. Having courage. Having courage. Waking up and having courage. I mean, let me just explain to you my situation right now. So I can tell you that if there's a will, there's a way. I have nobody. I have no friends. I have no family. They're trying. I know it's kind of weird saying it, but it is what it is. I want to help people. My family is isolating me from my own child because that is the only way they can control me and keep connected to me. And the successful part about it is I've left everything toxic out of my life, okay? I left my toxic job. I left my toxic relationship. I left toxic friends. And I left toxic family. I cleared my whole life out and I am not sad one bit. I am happy. I am light. I am abundant. And I am on my way to where I need to go. And I don't have nothing in my way. That's the last step. But I need to get... They're using that tactic, right? To try to break me down. And that's what people are going to do. When the devil cannot get to you in any other way, he will use the one thing that he knows that that's your soft spot. But instead of looking at that as something to be sad on, you really have to dig deep. Because this journey is not easy, but it is not impossible. It's not impossible. You just gotta use that as motivation and gas to get to where you're going. You have to use what is holding you back as gasolina for where you're trying to go, your final destination, your next destination to safety. You're gonna have to use that, transmute that energy. You're gonna have to change a negative aspect and turn it into a positive aspect. And it's not difficult when you have God by your side and you just keep your head up and you keep positive. I'm for real. Like, having God by your side really, because he's your protector. As long as you're doing the right thing and you want to go on the right path, I swear to you, I don't care about swearing. I don't care. All that stuff. Anyway. It don't mean nothing. Those are rules people make up. Okay? I promise you that if you're doing things for the better purpose of yourself and others, God will protect you. God will aid you. God will... He will make a way when the way might seem impossible. As long as you put in the work, God gonna make it work. I'm for real. I am living witness to that because he has guarded me from so many people's bad intentions. And it's just like supernatural almost. It is supernatural, really. And it's because when you're on your mission of life, he's not going to let nobody harm you. Not even the closest to you. He going to slam. He going to push everybody out your life. When you decide to go on the right path, he going to push everybody out your life that's not supposed to be there. He going to make sure that the devil is not going to win. He will never win. When you work for God and you are on God's side, then God will definitely make sure you get to your destination. It ain't going to be easy, but you're going to have the tools and protection and the shield that you need. You know, you just give thanks and praise and just thank him for helping you and ask him for help. You think it's crazy to ask for help? No, it's not. Ask God for help. He will come to your rescue and he will be there. I am for real. I haven't gone to church consistently a day in my life. I didn't grow around that. That was in my household. That's how I know they were, and then at the end of the day, that's a whole nother topic. But, you know what I'm saying? People think that interpretation that you have to go to church every Sunday, that's something else, okay? That is a whole nother thing. God and your relationship to church is not anything to do with your relationship with God. That's like, no. That has nothing to do with your relationship with God, whether you go to church or not. Like, be real. The only people who judge and who are hypocrites and who are trying to find flaws in you, look at that. God don't look at that. God look at you as a person, who you are as a person. Because a person can go to church every day, every Monday through Friday, Saturday, whatever, Monday through Sunday, and if they're not a good spirit, they don't have a good heart, God sees that. He sees through all the BS. You can't hide from God. And so that's the thing. Is your heart pure and authentic and genuine and come from a good place? He's going to see that. And he will help you. If you are a devil in disguise, he will not help you. You are on your own. But you have to realize that nothing that you want is out of your grasp. But there are forces out here who don't want you to have that in your grasp, and they will do anything they can, but you have God on your side. It's nothing. For real. But thank you for listening. I don't want to keep you long. We got plenty of things to learn in this place called Earth and this thing called life. I want to help you get to your perfect paradise. Thank you. Have an amazing, fantabulously beautiful day. And have it your way.